Well, the Mini Cooper Clubman has been redesigned for 2020. Is it enough of a redesign to improve its overshadowed status by the Mini Countryman? When the F54 Mini Clubman was unveiled, it was, at the time, the largest Mini ever created. That was until the Mini Countryman came along, which was much larger than the Clubman. Thus, the sales of the F54 Clubman have since dropped as the Countryman has become a more popular vehicle. With that said, Mini has decided to give this car a facelift as part of its LCI treatment. Now, is this update a good update, or is it just foreshadowing the end of this particular model? Some new styling changes for 2020 are a new grille, and not just a new grille on the Cooper S, but also a new grille on the Cooper. They've changed the whole exterior, and if you've noticed, the grille now has a honeycomb pattern on the Cooper S continuing down over the front bumper beam, which many people didn't really care too much for. It also, on the Cooper, now has the Cooper chrome bars continuing down over the front bumper beam as well. Now, it gives it kind of an Aston Martin look, and some people have said it looks too big, and given BMW's affinity to make their kidney grills even larger, it seems they're trying to do the same thing with Mini. So, you either love it or you hate it. I think it's a definite improvement over the previous generation or the previous pre-facelift car. So, it's different. They've also changed the headlights to the LED ring similar to the hardtops, and much like the hardtops with the Union Jack, or for the UK folks, the Union flag, they've changed the taillights as well and given it a different look. And it looks very nice, actually. The taillights now, they've also made it so that the taillights in the doors are the brake lights as well. So if you've known this with the Clubman when it first came out, because of US law, the brake lights had to be in the bumper. So that's where they were, and from my point of view, it's very difficult to see that if you're driving a taller vehicle. So they moved the lights up so the brake lights are now in the doors. Now I imagine that it's not just in the doors, but it's also in the bumper as well, much like the Audi Q7. So I'm assuming that'll be a significant improvement on the vehicle. They've also changed the fog lights, which now have driving light rings in them, much like the previous generation R60 Countryman did. They've revised the wheels, mirrors, and colors as well. The sport suspension on the Clubman has also been improved and has been lowered by 10 millimeters, which doesn't seem like much. It's about not quite half an inch lower, but it might be just enough to give the car a little bit more of a sleek, lower profile and improved handling. The car now has 3 new color choices, including Indian Summer Red, British Racing Green 4, which will be out in June of this year for the rest of the lineup, but is currently discontinued in preparation for the launch of the 60 Years Edition Mini, and Enigmatic Black, which I believe is going to replace Midnight Black. Roof colors are going to be black, white, and silver. And as for wheels, they have an 18-inch multi-ray spoke two-tone wheel, a Mini Yours British spoke two-tone wheel, and a 19-inch JCW circuit spoke two-tone wheel. So they're going two-toned with these new wheels, but the British spoke, it looks like the British flag, as you can see here, and I think it might be just a little too much. It might be just a little too Union Jack, a little too British. I mean, you've seen some of the accessories that people used to be able to buy for the R53s. You could Union Jack the heck out of the car. In fact, I did it myself at one point. But I think it might be going just a little over the top. So it might be cool, it might not be cool. We'll wait and see. As far as the interior goes, Mini Yours leather lounge carbon black with an extravagant, again, Union Jack motif. Very extravagant. It seems Mini, or should I say maybe BMW, has gone a little overboard with the Union Jack theme in these cars, and I'm not the only one who's noticed this. I know it looks pretty cool, but I know a lot of people in the UK don't really care too much for it, so I don't know how that's going to be received, but we'll see. On top of that, they've also changed some of the interior trim options. They now have piano black, frozen blue, and fiber alloy, which are pretty cool looking trim, but they're all illuminated. So you get even more interior accent lighting than you did on the previous pre-LCI cars. As far as engine and transmission options are concerned, we're still going to have the same 3-cylinder turbo and 4-cylinder turbo for the Cooper and the Cooper S respectively, and the new 302 horsepower 4-cylinder turbocharged engine for the John Cooper Works. Transmission options are going to be 6-speed manual, 6-speed automatic for the Cooper, 6-speed manual, 7-speed DCT, assuming we get this transmission for the Cooper S, and 6-speed manual and 8-speed automatic for the JCW, but I'm assuming given the new engine, the 302 horsepower B48 2-liter turbo, that they might do away with the manual gearbox for the JCW and it will be strictly a 8-speed automatic, which is not a terrible transmission, but I would still prefer a manual gearbox for my John Cooper Works. We'll see what happens. Some other new exterior options will be the night jack available on the side scuttles and the mirror caps. I'm assuming those are the only two places you're going to be able to get a night jack on the car. But also they're going to be offering black logos on the front and back, as well as the Cooper or Cooper S logo on the back of the car. So you'll be able to get that blacked out, and I imagine you might be able to get the Clubman logo blacked out as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the 2020 Mini Clubman when it finally comes out to dealerships. Expected out sometime later this year, possibly end of the summer, early fall. But until next time, I want to thank you all for watching this. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, leave a like below. And as always, life is too short to drive a boring car, so drive a Mini. I'll catch you later.